Hi, welcome to the PassionKnit Spinner. I'm Tracy, and you can find me as Schnüffeltier on Ravelry and on Instagram. So normally, around this time of year, usually on New Year's Eve, I do my sweater recap video, where I put on all of the sweaters that I made throughout the year. Well, I didn't knit a single sweater last year. Not one. Nothing. So that's kind of, out of the window because I cannot put on what I don't have. So I thought I'd just do a normal recap because a lot happened last year. And if you are not a recap person, I totally get it. But I just wanted to talk about it, So I sat on my laptop for a while and I counted and I did a little bit of math and I realized that I had a very full year, even though I didn't knit a single sweater. So I think I'm going to start with the knitting because this is why we are all here, right? So I put in 69 projects into Ravelry, but some of those were like multiple things in one project that I put in. So I had one post where I had put in like 8 pot holders or 18 makeup removers or so, So out of those 69 projects, I actually ended up with 146 total finished pieces. That's a lot. And I used up 24,060 meters. So that's 24 kilometers, which is not a lot. I mean, it's a lot. Don't get me wrong. It is a lot. But I have used more in the past. It still is a lot of yarn, like a lot of yarn. And I'm really happy that I was able to use that much up. And I mean, 146 total projects, also a lot. The problem with those projects, none of those projects were something I made for myself. One of those projects was for my son, and none of them were for my husband. So I had a year where I mainly made things for my studio shop that I need to clean, if you can see around. But, I'm closed right now for holidays. So most of the things I made either for the shop, just to have it and then maybe be able to sell it. And I also had some commissions come in at the end of the year. And that is one thing I want to change. So when I opened my studio, I always wanted to use it as kind of an overflow. So when I make things that I just want to make, but don't really need, like socks, I love knitting socks. I have always some socks on the needles, and I personally don't need any socks. If you've been here for Vlogmas, you have seen my my clothes rack when I did the washing day, and almost all of the socks on there were mine. My son has enough for right now because his feet keep growing, so I don't see a point of having more than like 4 or 5 pairs of hand-knit socks for the size he needs. And my husband doesn't need hand-knit socks either. And so does no one in my family because they all have so many already. So that is one thing that I'm still going to make for my studio shop specifically. I'm going to knit socks for in here. But I also made a lot of pot holders and makeup removers and scrunchies, and I crocheted little stars and I made wreaths with flowers on it. And I made all of that specifically for here. And I want to get back to my original plan, of just using this as an overflow bin and not trying to produce things and predict what people might want to have. Because I cannot read the future. I'm not a fortune teller. And ultimately, it leaves me unsatisfied in a way. So I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but I want to find my way back to making things for us. I want to knit sweaters for me. I have a lot of started sweaters. And I even started sweaters last year. I just never finished one because then I focused again on something for the studio. So I want to, bring that pendulum back to the middle somewhere. It used to be over here just for me all the time. and a bit for the others. And then it was over here just for everybody else and not for me at all. And I kind of want to, you know, center that in a way. So yeah, that's also been a goal. So I'm doing a mishmash of all of the things. So yeah, that's the knitting. Then I also wrote down YouTube in general. So last year, 2022, I posted 88 videos to YouTube that were, you know, for general public, for everyone. 88 of them. And I really felt like I didn't post a lot of videos and like I had a lull in podcasts and stuff. And I did, but it didn't mean that I didn't post anything because, you know, 88 videos in a year is a lot. And I'm really happy with that. So yay for me and for the YouTube channel. And I also want to talk about my Patreon, and I'm going to do that now. And if you are not here for Patreon talk, I'm sorry, it's going to take like 3 minutes. So I always, when it comes to Patreon, I always fear that I'm not doing enough of the work, that I'm not offering enough. But I did count all the posts I did, and I should have summed them up, but I didn't. I posted 54 videos, and those were like things that I tried out, just general vlogs. 54 of them. I also posted 16 tutorials that were specific for one thing, where it's an actual tutorial. I had 44 blog posts, 12 patterns, 11 patterns and one other downloadable thing, and 5 recipes. I think that's a lot. And I'm really happy with that. You know, seeing that written down makes me feel way better about this. And if you ever wondered if Patreon was worth your while, you just heard what I posted last year and it costs €3 a month. Or if you sign up for the yearly thing, you even get 10% off. So that's like €33 for the whole year for everything I post. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. It was a lot of work, but I'm really glad. You know, Patreon is my happy place. I really enjoy creating content for Patreon. So I'm going to keep doing that. And yeah, now that's my recap. That's the things that I managed to do. And the biggest thing I still have to talk about. I'm sitting right in it. I opened a studio shop. I never thought that I would have enough courage and enough belief in myself to do this. But I did. June 30th was when I opened my doors for the very first time. And yeah, it's been half a year. I still sometimes kind of don't believe that I actually did this. I did the super low risk version, of course, because this is my house. You know, this is my home. I live here. I don't have to pay rent. I have no cost that I have to cover for this to work. And I know that that is a super privileged place where I started with this. I also know that having it here is also a place where people just don't really walk by and drop in. You know, people come here, they know about it, or they're looking for something specific. It's not in a place where you just, oh, look, there's a thing, let's go in. That's not really a thing here. So I have kind of that, you know, low risk because no initial cost to cover every month or no rent that I have to pay, but also no drop-ins, you know, not just people who walk past and decide to come in. So I have to advertise and make it known that this is here, and I'm going to work on that more in the new year. Right now I am taking a 2-week break from everything except for, you know, this video. And yeah, this has been quite the thing, building this, converting this room into a place that I can, you know, open up to the public where people can walk in and just see all the things that I'm creating. And I have spinning wheels in here and my weaving looms and a lot of started projects and yarn everywhere and stuff, you know. It is not super chaotic, but it is not extremely tidy and minimalistic either. And what I have achieved for my studio is I am a partner of Schoppelwolle, who make the Zauberball sock yarn that probably everybody knows. And they also make a lot of other yarns. And I do have a little or a small range in my studio that I am selling as a wholesaler, wholesales person, whatever. And that makes me incredibly happy. I also have hand-dyed yarn in here from a friend of mine who was a wonderful dyer, and I have that in here as well. And then, of course, all the things that I have made. And one other thing that I did that I am extremely proud of is my website. So my website is www.thepassionatespinner.de. And I built that thing by myself. I had a teeny tiny bit of help from my husband right at the end when there were some things that I just didn't understand. But I would say like 99% of that thing I made. I built that by myself. And I just never thought I would be able to do it, but I did. I did build it. And I'm going to add a German section to it because, you know, I am in the middle of the Alps. And people who drop by or people who want to see the store, see the studio, take a class, they need a place in German where they can find their information. And that is what I'm going to work on once my vacation is over. So that I have that as the new thing in the new year. But yeah, I mean, what a year it's been, right? It's been so bad in the beginning. I was so sick, not physically, but mentally. I was still really, really bad, struggling really bad with my anxiety and everything that comes with it. And I have been working on that. I have been working on my studio. I've been working on my designs. Haven't even talked about that. I managed to release 11 patterns last year. And that makes me very happy and really proud of myself because putting yourself out there is always a risk, you know? And as someone who has really bad anxiety, that is just, it seemed impossible for so many years. And I'm glad that I am able to do that now, you know, that I'm in a place where I can say, yeah, let's just try. And I want to talk about a bit about goals. I don't really do New Year's resolutions or real goals or stuff like that. So the one thing I want to try is a video that I did last week, the 23 in 23, where I want to try to finish 23 started things throughout the year. The only thing is that they have to be started before 2023. You know, everything that I started up to the 31st of December 2022, fine. Everything after, not fine. So if you want to join that year-long make-along, please just check out the video. I'm going to hopefully link it down below so you can check it out and join as well. Finish the things that you have started forever and that have been lingering. And that is for knitting, spinning, weaving, crochet, sewing, embroidery, felting. Everything that is fiber art, textile art related works. So that's that. And the other thing, and that I've been trying to do for many years now, I want to use what I have. I have so many beautiful yarns and so many books and patterns and magazines, and I'm one of those people when I'm having a really bad day, I got into the habit of self-soothing through buying stuff. And I've been doing that for so long that it's really hard to unlearn that. But that is one of the things I want to learn or unlearn. I want to unlearn the everything sucks, let's buy stuff. Because it's not smart. It's not smart. It's not healthy. It doesn't help me with anything because I don't feel better after. And I am drowning in material. So I want to use my things that I have. And I just want to, you know, enjoy the things that are sitting in my boxes. And that's the one real goal that I have. I'm gonna try not to buy that many books because books are my kryptonite. I just cannot not buy books. And I have to because I'm running out of shelf space. And yeah, when it comes to personal goals, I just want to keep getting better, keep healing, keep getting better, keep fighting anxiety and everything that comes with it. And I've been doing that for a year now. And I feel like I'm in a much, much better place. And I want to continue on that path, I want to get even better and be a bit more confident in my abilities and just, enjoy my life as much as possible because it's been really hard for long enough. And yeah, so that's my recap. I know it's not really what you expected to see from me, but no sweaters, no sweater recap, no completely black outfit and changing on camera 5 times or 20 times. But yeah, this is what I'm able to do. And I really hope that I'm going to be able to film a normal podcast in a few days or next week when school starts again. I'm probably going to do that. And let me know down below if you have any goals for yourself that are crafting related or, anything you want to talk about. And check out the 23 in 23. I really hope you're going to take part. And I am just so happy that you're here. This has been a wonderful journey so far. And I really, really hope that you will continue to be here with me. So I'm going to stop now. I hope you all have a wonderful time and enjoy everything you do. Bye.